Since OpenAI introduced artificial intelligence to the public, it seems like we've been falling further and further behind our own invention, and that's because we're getting tricked by ultra-realistic AI-generated videos on TikTok and Instagram daily. Music is being stolen and replicated by AI. Things we thought required human creativity are no longer dominated by humans. It can generate art copied straight from artists without their permission, and the list unfortunately keeps on growing. We're at a point where many of us just want things to slow down. But what if I told you there are more concerning issues with how people use AI? The biggest one being AI making everybody dumber. There's this MIT study going around that studied the brains of consistent ChatGPT users, and the outcome is genuinely unbelievable. 3 groups were given the task of writing an essay. Group 1 using AI, the second using only the internet, and the third called the brain only group. Geez, I wouldn't want to be in the brain only group. What a bunch of nerds. Imagine having to write something yourself. Wrong. You'd be wrong. The brain scans done on the 3 groups as they were using their tools showed that the brain only group showed a wide neural connection, essentially saying that they used more of their brain to complete the task. The internet group had moderate activity across the brain, and the ChatGPT or AI group used basically none of their brain. This is because AI takes away the burden of thinking through an idea, understanding it, and turning it into your own words, which actually makes your brain sharper. Take away this process, and over time, you'll have a harder time solving problems, understanding ideas, and conceptualizing them for yourself. It's like every time you had to lift something even slightly heavy, you just got someone else to lift it for you. Which, yeah, it would be incredibly convenient, but would ultimately turn you into a twink. Even worse, the quality of the essay was inferior with the ChatGPT group, and the participants couldn't even quote or remember parts of their essays. So not only are you making yourself retarded, you're doing it for no reason. Using AI makes you feel like you're learning, but it's really just digesting ideas for you and turning them into a bad interpretation or just a flat out wrong answer. Yup, another concerning issue about AI is that it's just not reliable. Many times AI will give you completely wrong or fake information. No one will fact check because that's just too much work. So while people are relying on AI for answers, they could legitimately be getting something completely inaccurate. Like just this week when I was looking for a solution to my problem with my schedule, ChatGPT recommended me a feature in Apple Calendar I just couldn't find, and as per usual it suggested that I did something wrong, and when I insisted I didn't and did absolutely everything it told me to do, ChatGPT straight up said, "Oh shoot, that feature doesn't exist anymore, my bad." What? But when I asked when this feature actually did exist out of curiosity, it never existed. Ever. You don't understand how often ChatGPT does this to me. Literally anytime I ask ChatGPT for any amount of reasoning skills whatsoever, it will just give me a load of horseshit. But I digress. It's not like AI really knows anything. In fact, it's trained on limited data or human opinions and internet forums, and when it doesn't have sufficient information, it just blurts out whatever could make sense for the prompt you put in. So AI doesn't purposefully deceive people, other than that time when it changes answers based on whether it was being monitored or not, or that other time AI blackmailed an engineer who was going to replace it, or another time when ChatGPT downloaded its code in order to save itself and then straight up lied when it was caught, or the unlimited number of cases where it starts making up evidence for some users. Maybe AI is evil after all. Today, corporations are unfortunately going all in with AI, even with how undeveloped it currently is. And for the sake of saving money, they think it's a good idea for AI to have even the slightest bit control over management decisions. Why have people manage people when you can have robots do it for free? YouTube, for example, has recently implemented the change that allows AI to review and ban entire channels autonomously with no human approval whatsoever, and on top of that, with no opportunity to dispute your case with no human whatsoever. What the fuck? Not to mention, almost every other company in existence has been implementing AI so unnecessarily, like Snapchat's useless AI bot that no one asked for, Google's AI summary that uses water for every search, mind you, Instagram, Facebook, almost everybody's implementing AI because they can. But the point is, no matter how scary this all may seem, you won't lose to AI. You'll lose to people who know how to use it. And look, I'm just the guy presenting the facts. I'd be lying if I said I didn't use AI for day-to-day tasks like learning to air fry chicken, do my schoolwork, and in fact, I use it a little bit when writing this here script for this video. Feel free to modify or use this script for your... So, how can you use AI without it taking anything from you? I'm certainly no professional, but I've gathered generally agreed upon tips, which all have one key principle behind them, so try and spot the similarity. AI can help you analyze a lot of text and pick key points out of it, so you save lots of time and actual unnecessary effort skimming through a load of text. AI can help you write emails or messages you simply don't want to do. But I would be careful with this one, because if you write every single message you send out ever using AI, you'll have a harder time writing them yourself and even talking to people in real life. So you'd be even more of a dummy for doing that. Artificial intelligence is particularly good at helping people find a new perspective to a problem or idea. Like, for example, if I write an issue that's been particularly concerning me, AI can help you find a new perspective to your problem when you're at a moment of crisis. And this nicely ties up with my final idea. People use AI as if AI is the arrow and you are the bow, whereas it's supposed to be the other way around. Your ideas are the arrows and AI is the bow that helps you aim and fire them. See what I did there? Was that creative? Point is, you're not supposed to be the one refining the ideas AI gives you. AI is supposed to sharpen, examine, and help you with the ideas you give it. You are the thinker. You are the creative one. You are the one that thinks outside the box. And letting AI think for you is like confining yourself to the small box AI is limited to. Like I said, AI just repeats ideas and opinions people generally agree with. It doesn't create anything new or of value 90% of the time. And when it does, the idea usually needs refining and creative focus that only comes from a human being. Like you. I'm not some tech or AI YouTuber, and I don't want to be, but I feel like this issue has been really concerning for my generation, and it's probably going to become a bigger one as time goes on. It's not AI that makes things work. It's human creativity, human ingenuity, and human thought. Things that we're all born with and that we should be using to its maximum extent. The issue, as I've explained, is people let AI think for them instead of thinking for themselves and letting AI do the tedious work. You should be the one telling AI what to think and what to do. We are the creative beings. I find it pretty ironic that many people are afraid of AI replacing them when they're slowly replacing themselves with AI by letting it do everything for them, including critical thinking. So yeah, take that as you will.